Today we're going to be talking about general equipment maintenance and the problems that arise when you don't do regular maintenance to your equipment. This is my my own personal equipment here, and I've owned this board for 3 years, and I've ridden this board a lot. This board's got probably 500,000 vertical feet on it between ski touring and riding the chairlift. And so I've been watching this damage like creep up over this time, and I just want to talk about what this type of damage causes other damage. Okay, so like when we get chips in our top sheet, like this guy right here, we get little chips in our top sheet and our fiberglass is exposed. That fiberglass will start to absorb water, and so here you can see big deep scratches from my pole tips where I smashed my board because it has snow and ice all over it. And then further down here you see where the crampons, I've stepped on the board and I've damaged the top sheet in these areas here and exposed the fiberglass. And so I've been watching this for a while, and I've known that I've needed to fix this, but I've neglected to fix this. And what this led to was a delamination in my board. And so I noticed this delamination while I was out on a hut trip. I was making a transition. I was putting my skins on, and I just saw that this was delaminating. And the board was covered in snow and ice and stuff, but I could just plainly see that it was delaminating there. But to the untrained eye, it would be very difficult to see this delamination starting to occur. And the top sheet here is damaged, right? And it's damaged from either your ski edge, it gets damaged from rocks, and it can also get damaged from accessories like ski crampons, stuff like that. Also, like just how you transport your skis. Whether it's in a ski rack, in the back of a truck. When this top sheet starts to get damaged like this, that's when we have water intrusion. And then once that water gets to the core starts to soak it up and expands. And that's what creates a delamination here of the board itself, of the skier board itself. And then once we get opened up like this, man, it really lets ice, snow, and water in there, and then our core just soaks it up more. So once this delamination starts to occur, if we don't immediately address it, it's just going to continue on along the edge until the whole board tries to come apart like a sandwich, because it's made like a sandwich. And so inside, if what's inside the sandwich swells up, it's gonna push the sandwich apart. The average customer should be inspecting their equipment on a regular basis, and regular basis depends on how much you use your equipment. I mean, if you ski tour several times a week, I would want to inspect my equipment, you know, once a week, maybe every other week. I just want to make sure that I'm staying on top of the stuff. And so what a customer could do to avoid this in their own home is just take a little super glue and just put super glue along these spots and seal these spots up. And then when you see that glue break off, clean it off again, put some more glue on there. You could use a 5-minute epoxy. You could use super glue. I would just recommend, if you're going to use epoxy, it can be really thick, so you want to use a little bit of really fine sandpaper, like start with a 300 and then go to like 1,000 grit sandpaper to take that down nice and thin and polish it off, so because the epoxy won't break off as easily as the super glue will. The super glue is kind of like oh, I saw this and I'm getting ready to go on an extended trip and I don't want any issues while I'm out there. And you can put some super glue on there to seal that up. Alright, so thanks for watching. And just remember, if you have any questions about gear repair, just come on into Cripple Creek Backcountry and we'll see what we can do to answer your questions for you.